I'm Serenity and this is my channel, and today we're joined here by Ginger. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about how to choose the perfect college for you. And now this is not going to be like anything I've seen on YouTube. I'm not going to go into statistics, what's to put in your essays, none of that. This is information I wish I knew when I was applying to college 4 years ago as a senior in high school, because this is information that no one tells you and you don't really learn until you're in college. So we're going to be discussing 3 categories. 1, what to do while you're in high school. 2, what to do when you're applying. And 3, what to do once you're in college. All the tips and tricks. This video isn't going to go into like my college journey. I think I'll do that video once I graduate. That's a whole nother story because my journey was not linear, but this is things I wish I had known. So grab a snack, grab a blanket, grab a drink, and let's get into it. While in high school, I have a few tips. 1, you need to be taking dual credit courses if they are offered at your school, because it's going to save you so much money in the long run. Also, it's going to help you when you apply for a couple reasons. 1, from just taking dual credit kind of casually, I was able to shave off a year of school for me. So instead of attending 4 years, I only had to go for 3. 2nd, dual credit transfers to pretty much every university. AP courses that you have to study and take a test for, you don't automatically get that credit. They don't transfer everywhere, okay? And in Texas, we have something called the on-ramps, which basically is you can take courses at Austin while in school. Take those, if your school offers something like that, take those too. But dual credit, also, if you take enough of them, for me, it was a year's worth of courses. You can sometimes apply, which is what I did, as a transfer student to college instead of a new student, because instead of having to go for 4 years and being a freshman, you only had to go for less than that. 2, most schools require you to take 2 years of a foreign language. Take a 3rd year. That way you don't have to do it in college, because most colleges require you to take a language for 2 years. If you take that 3rd year, so if it's like Spanish 101, then Spanish 102, take Spanish 103. That way you don't have to take it in college. It saves you money. It saves you time. It's so much easier. What to look for when you are applying to school. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to look for you. I'm telling you things you need to understand while you're applying. So first, if you need to live in a dorm for all 4 years of college, please look at if your school has dorms and to what is the living requirement there. So I know for my school, I attend school in Boston. Our dorms, we only have 2 buildings. Only first years can live in the dorms. After that, you have to live off campus. So I didn't know that when I applied, but that is important information. Only first years can live in the dorms. There's a couple schools where you have to live in the dorm your first year, and then after that, it's optional. Please look at that. It's important, especially your living situation. If you cannot afford to live off campus, then maybe that school isn't for you. Understand what you need to learn is how many courses it takes to get a 4-year degree per semester. So on average, it is full-time coursework for 4-year degrees, usually 4 classes. For my school, it's 5 classes. I have to take 5 classes in order to finish my 120 credits over the 4 years in order to graduate on time. If I'm taking 4, yes, that's still considered full-time, but it is not enough to graduate in the 4 years, if that makes sense. I've taken 4 classes a semester before. It's a lot easier than taking 5. I also have taken 6 courses in one semester. So that way you understand what your course load can do and what you can handle. If sorority life or fraternity life is important to you, look into the schools. I know fraternity life is usually in the South. So look into that if that is important to you, because that's something you want to do. But also look into how much it costs to be a sorority sister. It's a lot of money. On the same end to that, if football games or sporting events are important to you, look into that. Again, I'm from the South, so our schools like A&M, other South schools, LSU, Alabama, all those schools have really big football scenes. If that is important to you to attending the Saturday football games, make sure to apply to a school like that, because it's going to have something to do. My school I attend, I think we're a D3 school. So like we have football games. We don't have a football stadium. But with those 2, I want you to remember, yes, you are going for your education, and your education is the number 1 important thing. But the 2 other things that are very important is making connections with people. You never know who you're going to know, and your education is super important, but also is the people you know who can get you into rooms. So by strong friendships, that's important. But also those lifelong connections, and this is your life for the next 4 years, is super important. So if going out to a football game on Saturday is important, going to a fraternity, sorority party, if any of that's important to you, look into that. This is the first real step into adulthood before you into society. Also see what on-campus amenities there are. Does your campus have a gym? Does it have a pool? Does it have a writing center? All schools should have a writing center. Does it have a great place to study? Are there study pods? All those things are important. I know at UMB, where I attend, studying by the ocean is really nice. And in the summer, my school offers we own our harbor. So all these water activities for free. I can go kayaking, I can go boating, I can go swimming for free. because I attend the school. If you are using FAFSA, please apply early. I don't know what's going to happen with the changes coming up to it, but you need to apply early, understand your aid. If your grades are good enough from high school or like me, a transfer student, you should be able to get a grant from your school, which takes the strain off of you of how much you have to pay per semester. Understand that. And just know, usually your first semester, however much if you have to pay out of pocket, that's going to be the issue for all 4 years unless you take extra classes. If there is something niche you want to learn about, but it's not something you want to major or minor in, look into if your school you're applying to has those classes. Maybe you're interested in archaeology, mythology, history of the place you want to attend school. Those are all classes that you don't really are going to minor or major in, but you do want. While in college, I cannot express this enough. Always, 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 at least once or twice a semester, keep in contact with your academic advisor who's going to help you with your classes, but also your major, and if you have a minor, advisor, okay? I cannot express how important that is. They will tell you everything you need to know. Keep those emails. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. You need to stay in contact with those people. Also with that, know very early into your major if you're going to need an internship for that course, because most times you have to apply to your internship yourself. You have to find it yourself. And with that, sometimes internships for your exact major are only offered in the spring or in fall. For me, it's only offered in the spring. If I need to do the internship in the fall, I have to do it classification under a different major. So it's not my major. It's kind of like the sister to my major, I guess. So that is important. You need to understand that, especially when your internship usually is your senior year. So there is no skipping around. This is important. This is something I wish I had known. After your first year of college, you're usually allowed to enter this portal that your school should have that allows you to apply to merit grants that are only available for students. Please, please, please use it and use it early. Most times, if you have good grades, you're going to get some sort of grant. It might just be a small $200 amount. It might be able to take care of your whole college. That way you don't have to take out loans if you have to take out loans. But even if you can afford your tuition without any help, it is nice just to have that taken off for you. Okay, so please apply to a merit scholarship as soon as your first year is done. It is important. It's like one essay, a little bio about yourself. It takes maybe 3-4 hours tops, and that's being very generous. Please, you never know when it's going to come in hand. I feel like the younger generation, what are you guys, like Gen Alpha? Are you still Gen Z? I don't know. You're probably already doing this, but if you're not, please use Google Docs for any of your assignments and keep them the whole semester because it automatically saves. I cannot tell you times I've lost Wi-Fi. I cannot tell you times I've forgot something. Google automatically saves. Please use it for all your writing assignments. Also, to save a little money as a college student, use your school email for school discounts, for student discounts on things like Student Beans and Spotify. I got the alert that my last year of Spotify for $6.99 is going to be over. In a year, I can't pay $12.99 for Spotify. That's a lot of money. But with the Spotify student discount, I also get Hulu for free. So I'm saving money. I do not make any sort of purchase without checking if there is a student discount. Okay. There's student discounts for stores like Lulu's, Adidas, website builders like Squarespace. Use it, please. This one is important if you're interested in winter or summer courses. Check if your aid is available and covers that. Some schools, there's extra aid you can get for that. Some schools, there's not. You don't want to run into a problem where you take a winter course and then come the end of the spring semester, you find out you owe the money for the winter course because there was no extra aid. Going back to the on-campus, off-campus living, most schools have a special website that has apartments listed and rentals nearby that you can look at that are close to the school. It's like this own little hub network. Please use it. I cannot express this enough. Online nighttime courses are your friend. Please use them, okay? It's once a week. My first semester, I did 2 nighttime courses and they met once a week and it was like 2.5 hours. Yes, it seems taxing, but I think on average at my school, it's 2.5 hours that classes have to meet a week. So just doing it one day in the evening from like 5 to 7:30 was a lot easier than Monday and Wednesday having to attend the class at 9 a.m. till 10:15 and then doing it again on Wednesday. Nighttime courses are your best friend, and sometimes some of the best teachers are going to be teaching those nighttime courses. This one, I don't know if this is 100% legal, but a professor sends the class a PDF file textbook. I would save it to a hard drive for you to read later. Sometimes you're not going to read the whole textbook over a semester. Sometimes you're going to want to reference that in another course. Those are materials that are provided for you by a professor. It's good to keep them. And this tip is pivotal, okay? If you ever take a course with a professor you really like, take as many courses as you can with that professor, however many classes they teach. So on average, at my school, professors teach 2 to 4 courses in the same topic area. Take them. It's so much easier. You know their teaching style. You know what you have to do to get a certain grade in that class. It's a lot easier than having to learn a new professor's teaching style. But also, if they're challenging you in a certain way and you enjoy it, which there's a couple of professors that I've taken multiple classes with that they're not easy courses, they're not easy professors, but it's because I like the way they teach and how the assignments help me think. So take as many courses with your professors that you enjoy as possible. Run through their whole catalog, basically. They teach 4 courses, take all 4 courses if they apply to your major. And lastly, if you don't know what a major and minor is, a major is what your whole degree is in, and then a minor is like study in something else. So you can be a major in communications with a minor in English, maybe. Sometimes you have taken multiple courses in a certain realm that is similar to your degree, but it's not your degree. If you get to that point, for me, I chose a minor in criminal justice because I had already taken half of what's required for criminal justice. So I'm like, might as well just take the 3 other classes. That way I can get a minor in criminal justice because you're going to have electives in college, which is where like finding out if there's something you're interested in to take those courses that don't apply to everything else. Instead of having 5 extra elective courses, I chose to get a minor. And now I only have 2 elective courses. But yeah, those are all my tips and tricks on how to pick the perfect college for you. No matter what, you're going to end up where you need to be. I truly believe that. I will get into my own college story in a different video because it's crazy. It was not linear. I've always applied to college. I knew I was going to go. I just didn't know where I was going to end up. So if you liked any of these tips or you have any college tips of your own, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. All my socials are linked down below. And as always, since Ginger was here for us, the doggo picture of the day as a palette cleanser is going to be this picture of Ginger. All right, love you, minute kisses, don't think stupid, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you